Hello, I'm Joe from Cheap Joe's Art Stuff, and I like art stuff a lot. So I'm very fortunate I can get a new product and play and work with it, decide whether we're going to carry it or not carry it. A couple of years ago, we had the good fortune of stocking Bob Burridge's color wheel and other things by Bob Burridge also. But I wanted to show it to you today because it's really, I think, helped me. And when I use it, I always turn out with a better painting or one that I'm happier with. If I don't and just jump in and use all the colors on my palette, sometimes it ends up like all the colors on my palette, kind of muddy. But I wanted to show you this because it's so important to me. Everybody says don't paint barns because everybody's painted barns. Well, I happen to be one of those people who still enjoys seeing an unusual shape out there, and if it happens to be a barn, then that's fine with me. John Sloan, the great New England painter who painted mostly barns altogether, is very renowned in the world today. And someone asked him one time, said, John, said, why is it that all you paint is barns? He said, I don't paint barns. Why do you say that? He said, well, it looked to me like you did. He said, what do you paint if they're not barns? He said, I'm painting a way of life. I'm painting a way of life, and that way of life will be gone one day. We have the same issue here in Watauga County. Every time they build a road somewhere, it seems like they tear down the barn and the old homestead. And I've painted and drawn a lot of them, and I still enjoy doing that. The Bob Burridge helps you a little different, though. You know, I love painting red barns, of course. They show up really good against the green and everything. But this little barn scene is right close, very close. So we've got a mile away from where my mother and father grew up. So it's kind of close to my heart in that respect, too. And it's kind of a neat shape with an old concrete silo that you don't see anymore. But the color wheel shows me if my dominant color is a red-yellow, then my focal point should be blue. And my spice color, to kind of pick it up, which I love what he's done here to call it spice color. That adds spice to it. It's like food. Lots of food's no good without spice, and this is spice color. Or the green is also the spice color. So here we have a dominant yellow-green right here. And so the focal point should be blue, but I missed it because the only blue in here is really right up here. The spice, I got a little bit of it because there's some violet in here, and there's also a little bit of green over in here and green right here for that spice color. So that works better than an all red barn, I think. The next one is a blue dominant color, don't you think? I mean, blue here, blue here, blue here, blue here, blue here. So the focal point is going to be yellow. And it's in the middle of the paper. That also kind of makes it a focal point that's not too good. You know, I'd rather it be over here or down here, whatever. But it's what it is now. The spice is also this green-yellow. And it's also this little purple right here. So you could drive by this little barn at a little community called Fleetwood that's there 100 times, and you would never see this. You would never see this blue field here with a few little white and red things in it. You would never see this bright yellow on the silo or these other colors. But isn't it a more interesting and more fun painting than what's there, the gray, the shades that are in there? I think so. Here we have, and again, the kind of red barn, and it actually is a red one. A good salesman selling red paint came through there one time because everything's red. So, but the predominant color here is sort of a yellow-green, and the focal point. Let's see if I can find a yellow-green on here. Green-yellow. So the spice color is this red right here. The focal point's going to be a violet, which I've missed, and the other spice color is blue. So I have a little blue in here, but probably enough. If I came back and maybe made this mountain really blue, but it's pretty blue back there now. So this is closer to what it actually looks like, except you wouldn't see the vertical lines moving in here like that. This one is, the dominant color is definitely yellow because of this yellow. The focal point is purple. in here, and the spice is blue-green. And here's certainly a teal color, which is kind of a blue-green. I drew this with a pencil, and before I painted it, I wrote down here what it was going to be. My dominant color was going to be yellow, and I stuck to that. My focal point was going to be purple, and I stuck to that. And my spice color was going to be blue-green, and I stuck to that. So I've done pretty good on this one because I did write it down first. I think that helped me to do that. I like the little color scheme there. I did the same thing here. The dominant color is green. Certainly, that's dominant. More of that. Focal color is red. I like that. Spice color is yellow and violet. And I have a little touch of each one in there. So this is the Bob Burridge color wheel. If you will follow it, you'll find you'll be happier with your paintings, whether they're watercolor, oil, or acrylic, or pastel, whatever. It's a great investment in your art. Happy art.